get this rolling. I see those fans going already, so keep them going. That'll keep a little air movement through here. First off, I want to introduce our student body president, Ms. Kiera Helton.
We would like to thank you all for coming tonight, and if you would please stand and face the flag and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. While Kiera makes her way back to her chair, I want to thank you for coming out tonight. I'm Jamie Richardson. I'm the proud principal of these folks, the class of 2019. We talk about this part as sixth graders. We say, you know what? We want you to achieve for more. We want you to do well in middle school. We want you to at least get to this point. But one of the things that we really are proud of at LaCreole is getting to that point, from sixth grade on to eighth grade. And I've been lucky enough to know these kids since they came in for the most part. And just the growth that we've seen has been amazing. This is one of our highest achieving groups of kids. They're one of our nicest group of kids. And as a staff, we couldn't be prouder of them. We talked about, you know what, kids, you're not done. It says 2019 for a reason. You still have 4 years of high school to go. Nothing's finished. But this part of it is not a graduation, but rather a recognition, and that's why we call it that. We want to make sure that we recognize, A, that we survived 3 years with these kids, and they with us, which I appreciate. Thank you. But also, just to say, you know what? We built relationships. We want to send you off in good fashion. This thing has gotten bigger and bigger and bigger, and probably for good reason. We've gotten more kids, but also families want to be a part of this too. So please join me the first time tonight in congratulating this group of 2019. I want to take this opportunity to thank a few people. First off, I want to thank the school board and interim superintendent, Mr. Engel, for trusting us with what we do every day. As a staff, we work very hard. We believe that we have a lot of things that we know that are good for kids, and we try to implement those with fidelity. Not every day is perfect, we know, but hopefully the good times, the good memories, the good experiences that our kids have far outweigh the not so good times. So we appreciate the board's trust in us to get the job done. This year's been a great year. We saw the implementation of electives, which we haven't had. These kids didn't even know what an elective was. That was kind of fun to watch. They asked questions like, so do I get a grade in this? Do I have to go there every day? And it was quite amusing to watch them. But we had a great year. We think that we had a lot of kids learn some different things, get different experiences this year. So we thank everybody. So thank you, parents, for sending them and trusting us with your kids every day. We love them. We try to do our best to help them grow, and it's one of the best jobs. I want to thank our staff. If you are a staff member of LaCreole Middle School, or if you've ever taught any of these kids in your career, please go ahead and stand up at this time. We got a great staff and we're proud of them. So thank you for being here once again. I'm not going to belabor this. We're going to have a multitude of awards given out, celebrations for our kids tonight, and then ultimately we'll have the handing out of recognition certificates. First, I want to go to our American Legion Award. We have Dave Christian and Al Ratzliff that are going to be here for us to present.
It gives us great pleasure to be here tonight to honor especially honor two of the students of LaCreole for their Americanism and their spirit of achievement and support in the community.
Good evening. Our first award goes to a very special individual. She is excellence, persistence, and resilience personified. Her ability to lead and organize is unrivaled. She is motivated by kindness and an unfailing desire to bring joy to those around her. In her time at LaCreole, she has used her many gifts to make it a better place. She has used her penchant for technology to bring us out of the dark ages. Assemblies now have fun videos and we hear music before our bells to warn us to go to class. She reorganized how we currently run the class election assemblies to speed up the speech-giving process. Student council meetings with the principal have more student input, and she brings answers back of the questions that were asked. Her most impressive gift is her humility. Just as there is no job too big, there is also no job too small. She can be seen vacuuming the classroom, reorganizing shelves, or cleaning up a project that has been left behind. This is a young woman who cares deeply about her classmates, school, and community. And I feel very honored to present our first award for the American Legion to Kiara Halcomb.
By the way, we've had people in the American Legion, which are our military veterans, presenting School Award medals since 1934. And we're very happy that here in Dallas that we can do it, continue this tradition. The American Legion Certificate of School Award for Distinguished Achievement is in recognition of attainment acquired as a winner of this award, in further recognition of the possession of those high qualities of courage, honor, leadership, patriotism, scholarship, and service which are necessary to the preservation and protection of the fundamental institutions of our government and the advancement of society. This award is made by the American Legion Post Number 20 of Dallas, Oregon.
Right. There are many exceptional students in this 8th grade class. They're just a wonderful class. Countless students at LaCreole this year showed off their hard work, their determination, their kindness, their creativity, their excitement, and most of all, their love of learning. But very few students can show or exhibit all of these traits and more, even in a single day. This young man showed his excellence day in and day out. His drive, his wonderful personality, his friendliness shined through every day. He was always a pleasure to have in class. Instead of taking electives this fall, he excelled in both science and social studies at the same time. If you were to imagine the model student, the model young man, you would end up with a student suspiciously similar to William Button.
American Legion School Award is presented to William Button of LaCreole Middle School in recognition of attainment required as a winner of the American Legion School Award. In further recognition of the possession of those high qualities of courage, honor, leadership, patriotism, scholarship, and service, which are necessary to the preservation and protection of the fundamental institutions of our government and the advancement of society. This award is made by the American Legion Post number 20 of Dallas, Oregon.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Good job, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thanks.
All right, next up we have our Mason Award. We have Ralph Thompson and Bill Ayers here to help share with us tonight.
I'd like to congratulate the entire class on achieving 8th grade graduation. The Masonic Lodge here in Dallas have been giving the leadership awards to LaCreole High School since 1991, and we're here to do that again today. There are 10 students who have been chosen for the Outstanding Leadership Award. As they call your name, would you please come up here?
Leadership doesn't always roar like a lion. Sometimes it is a quiet whisper of confidence. This student influences her peers by her actions. She is conscientious about her schoolwork, kind to those around her, and strives to be excellent at all she does. Her quiet presence hides a quick wit and easy laugh. Not only is she an ideal student, but her calm and joyful presence adds to the quality of any classroom she is a part of. We have no doubt that she will be an asset to Dallas High School. Please join me in congratulating Peyton Fass.
Your plaque, Peyton.
Thank you.
If there was a banner headline to describe this student, it would be enthusiastic enjoyer of life. She happily runs towards all opportunities offered to her. She is willing to speak up, take a stand, and write about it. Her ability to follow her own tune makes her a joy to have in class. Whether she is dancing it out, helping lead troops, or sharing the love of a good book, her desire to seize the day infects her peers with enthusiasm. As her teachers, we can be confident that she will soon be the king of Dallas High School. Please join me in congratulating Emma Busher.
Here's your plaque, Emma. You're welcome.
This student has a fierce passion for learning, and her work ethic is to be admired. She's extremely motivated and is always willing to go the extra mile to learn something new. She encourages her peers to do their best and is always willing to lend a helping hand. She consistently has a positive can-do attitude in class. She excels in all that she does. She makes it look easy, but we know it is hard work, dedication, and determination that bring her the successes she has earned. Please join me in congratulating Alexis Nian. It is said to lead people, walk beside them. This student has a quiet influence on his peers. He does not push his peers, but rather walks beside them, cheering them on the whole way. He has an uncanny ability to ensure every student is given an equal opportunity to participate in class. This is a skill that cannot be taught, and we consider ourselves lucky to have had him in class. He is one of the hardest working students I've ever had in class. Whether he is writing an essay, leading troops, or analyzing literature, he never gives up and never complains. Landonizing will forever be in my vocabulary because of him. Please join me in congratulating Landon Anderson.
It is no coincidence that the highest achieving students are those that are excited about learning. This student always came into class with a smile on his face, with enthusiasm for finding something out new that day, and especially in science. Whether it was investigating ironclads or informing his teacher about the unique property of neodymium magnets, it is obvious that this young man's zest for knowledge will take him very far in life. Please congratulate Samuel Nowak.
There you go.
I've seen very few students who are more hardworking and studious than this young lady. Her work is always excellent. She's a quiet role model for other students, and whether it's showing tenacity to solve a programming issue in robotics or spending extra time writing a paper, she always can be counted on to do a good job. Although she can write a good scientific conclusion in a few minutes, she always took the extra time to make it great. She has an eye for detail and a job done right, and it's been a pleasure for all of her teachers to see her grow and learn this year. Please have a round of applause for Hannah Morelli.
This next student is a student who has displayed many fine qualities throughout the school year and is worthy of mention. He is an extremely dedicated individual who devotes himself wholeheartedly to his learning and his self-improvement when it comes to academics. He strives for excellence and yet maintains a very casual and lighthearted presence in the classroom, which makes him a pleasure to teach and a joy for others to be around. He has a mischievous smile that most would recognize. He shows the same dedication in other areas of his life as well. He is an ambitious athlete and also a very loyal friend, and not just to those his same age. He is well respected and looked up to as a role model by younger students as well. It has been a pleasure to have this student at our school, and he is very deserving of this award. Congratulations to Dawson Barcroft. This student has demonstrated good citizenship and strong character consistently throughout his 8th grade year at LaCreole. He comes to class every day with a can-do attitude and works to accomplish whatever is put before him to the best of his ability. Other students can always count on him for support, encouragement, and friendship. They look to him as a positive role model. We teachers know that if we ask this student to tackle any task, he will do so with respect, responsibility, and readiness. Congratulations to Ben Courtney.
What a great group of kids. This next award goes to a bright student with outstanding ability. This person always gives her best effort on all her classwork and consistently works to gain a deeper understanding of the presented material. Identified as talented and gifted, she maintained a 4.0 average over her 3 years at LaCreole while taking the most challenging classes available like leadership, advanced algebra, and advanced language arts. Her exceptional thinking skills and problem-solving abilities has led to a very high level of academic achievement, scoring in the 95th percentile on the state reading and literature test and 96th percentile in mathematics. Not only is she a good student, but she's a good person as well. She has a friendly, pleasant demeanor and is always willing to help her classmates. She is well liked by her peers and respected by her teachers as a young lady who treats others well and is a positive influence on the school environment. Please join me in congratulating Regan Wynn.
Here's your card. You're welcome.
Our final award for the Masons. This student may purposely walk quietly through the halls of LaCreole to avoid attention of others, but it doesn't take long to see they don't need to do anything to seek recognition of their peers. Hellos begin to immediately be said to this student as they nonchalantly travel to their next destination. In class, their quiet demeanor leads by example. They are accepting, warm, humble, and willing to help those that struggle. Even though they excel academically, never will one hear them boast about it. They hold their head high with determination, no matter what situations they face. This student continually demonstrates the 3 R's of respect, responsibility, and ready to learn. Whether in leadership, on the track, in the hallways, or in her church, this young lady is a magnificent example to others. While watching her grow and mature during her time at LaCreole, I can honestly say I have been inspired to become a better person. In her own poetry, she describes how we should focus on how to use our time. Time. Time can be beautiful. Time can be fast or slow. Time can be painful. Time will forever be life-changing. Time can be ugly and cruel. It can give or take away. But whether you're in the light or in the darkness, you must always treasure it because time is beautiful. It is so, so beautiful. I feel honored to have had the opportunity and time to know this young lady, and I'm a better person for it. It's with great pleasure that I present this award to Miss Mary Bueller. Why don't we give this lovely group of students a big round of applause as they arrive at their seats.
Congratulations to all of you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our next award is for academic excellence. Tonight I have the privilege of honoring 20 students with the Academic Excellence Awards. These students have maintained straight A's in all classes, which means they have a cumulative GPA of a 4.0 for their middle school years. It is with great honor I award this distinct award to the following students. When I call your name, please come forward to receive your award. Dawson Barcroft. Athena Bassett. Will Button. Emma Busher. Emma Clausen. Trevor Cross. Peyton Fast. Joseph Foster. Bailey Golding. Kiara Houser. Jacob Jones. Madeline Kennedy. Lindsay Conroy. Adrian Lee. Harley Mount. Regan Wynn. Samantha Mateo.
Congratulations.
Noah,
Mr. Noah.
over the bun.
Good job, Mr. Richardson.
Congratulations to these students for their 4.0 GPA.
These next awards go to many, many kids. I had to name them off during our practice assembly so they knew who they were, but for the most part they do. These are the Presidential Academic Excellence Awards. To get one of these, you have to have at least for silver, a 3.0 to a 3.49 GPA for the course of your whole entire middle school years. So there's many of them. So we're going to ask at this time those silver award winners to please stand up and be recognized. Our next group, I almost ran out of breath today. It's a large group. This is a group for the Gold Presidential Award. These kids have maintained a GPA of 3.5 to a 4.0 GPA for their entire career at LaCreole. Those Gold Award winners, please stand up at this time and be recognized. The next group of awards is called the Principal Award. They give me a lot of latitude. They know I'm going to do it anyway, so there's no real criteria. It's pretty subjective, but it's also based on my 3 years with kids. Some of these kids have seen some challenges in their lives. Some of these kids have been that kid that has been awesome every day. It's just my take on the people that have made our group of 2019 a better group, and I appreciate them for that. So I can't say what criteria exactly because it's an overarching. These are more of my admiration awards, if anything. Our first award that I want to give out goes to Mr. Caden Raymond.
Good job, Katie.
Our next Principal Award winner goes to Mr. Jonathan Schrock. Our next Principal Award winner goes to Kylie Pagel. Our next one goes to Mr. Winter Richards. I can give out as many as I want to, too. It's pretty awesome.
Only 15 today.
Our next one is Mr. Hayden Colvin. Our next one goes to Miss Citlali De La Rosa. Our next one goes to Miss Angelina Diaz.
Good job.
Our next one goes to Mr. Briar Eames. Our next one goes to Mr. Thomas Freeman. Our next one, Mr. Kevin Frink. Next one, Mr. Camden Frizzell. Next one goes to Mr. Jonathan Holton. The next one goes to Mr. Reeve Carter. The next one, I'm going to mess up her name. I'm sorry. Annalisa.
I don't know. Kasich.
Kasich. All right, it's on the other paper. Next one.
That's what I get for making fun of it for somebody here.
And the last principal award winner goes to Miss Lerner Howe. Thank you, Kenny. These are some of the reasons I'm happy to go to work every day. One more round of applause for these folks. Sorry, I'm just the backup here on this award tonight. The next award is the Ray Drop Award. Many of you may associate that with the McDonald's Corporation. This award comes with numerous things, but there's lots of literature for the recipient to read about. But this is a leadership award. and I'm going to read this person's bio. Adjectives that come to mind upon hearing the student's name are cheerful, motivated, helpful, and kind. The student comes to school every day with an I can do attitude and smile that lights up the room. This person works hard to keep grades up regardless of obstacles and is respectful toward peers and teachers alike. Never afraid to ask for help when it is needed. Patient, well-organized, conscientious, consistently maintaining a positive point of view, an all-around good kid. I want to appreciate this kid and congratulate Miss Bailey Kelly.
Before I move on to the next award, it's hard, we're all getting teary up here because that's how great you are. So, you guys are kind and compassionate. When you were leaving this afternoon, we were like, oh, it hurts our hearts to say goodbye as your teachers. Not every class is as amazing as you are, or kind and compassionate. I'm excited for you to take that to DHS, but that's also a reflection on all the people who helped raise you in your life. Because you, for us this year as a group of teachers, we've constantly been amazed by the level of kindness and leadership and fun and humility and amazingness that is you guys as a class. So can you give your parents a round of applause for helping you be so awesome? Our next award is our History Award, and I'm giving it because I'm the history teacher. History is a collection of each of our individual stories. When we study it, we are connecting to the thousands of generations who came before us. We join them in experiencing all the joy and pain that life has to offer. It is not the study of a large war, but the story of the soldier, his family at home, his comrades on the field, and the future that he may have missed. The Justin Little History Award was created to honor one individual story. Justin, a student at Silverton High School, was an avid historian whose love of the Civil War led him to be a reenactor. Unfortunately, in 2009, he was struck and killed by a drunk driver. To honor his memory, his parents have created this award for local schools. The recipient of this award is interested in stories, not just those in history, but also those of his peers and teachers. He is able to grasp the larger concepts while never losing sight of the many individual strings which knit our common story together. As a general, he led his troops to ultimate victory, and as a classmate, he pushed his peers to do their best. As he moves to high school, his story will continue to captivate us, his 8th grade teachers. The 2015 recipient of the Justin Little American History Award is Landon Anderson. Mrs. Fox and I are proud to present the Wildcat Pride Award. Wildcats are ferocious. When faced with an obstacle, they don't give up. The recipient of the Wildcat Pride Award must display the same level of ferocity. When faced with a challenge, they don't give up. They lead their pride through difficulties and constantly look for ways to strengthen the bond. Both the male and the female winners of this award have displayed these qualities. The first recipient of this award is always smiling. Involved in leadership, football, basketball, and baseball, he is always willing to cheer his peers on. At the same time, he isn't afraid to humble himself to take on the hard task of setting up, cleaning up, picking up, whatever it is we ask. His sense of fairness allows his peers to trust his judgment, and his kindness makes him an easy addition to any group. I am excited to see this future dragon rise. The first recipient of the 2015 Wildcat Pride Award is Braden Wallace.
Our second recipient of the Wildcat Pride Award was a member of both the basketball and track team this year. Her school spirit shined on the court and in our hallways and classrooms. She is kind and encouraging to her classmates and can be very direct when pointing them in a positive direction. This Wildcat holds herself to a high academic standard. She has a positive approach to every assignment, does quality work, and turns it in on time. She does not hesitate to ask friends and teachers for help when she needs it, truly embracing the joy of learning. It will not be obvious when this Wildcat is having a bad day. She has a discipline focused on the positive and lifts other people's spirits with her cheerful approach to life. She is always quick to pitch in when help is needed, usually with a cheerful announcement of, "I've got this." And I am happy to present this Wildcat Pride Award to Emily West.
Staff, will you join me up here to hand out the certificates of recognition? Michael, are you ready? All right. All right, here we go. Mr. Michael Abbott. Nicholas Ainsworth. Braden Allen. I think we're in the wrong boat here. Matthew Allen. Cole Allison Peterson. Dylan Anderson. Jack Anderson. Landon Anderson. Sage Arneson. Rose Ashman. Savannah Bailey. Dawson Barcroft. Lindsay Barnett. Athena Bassett. Brenham Bassam. Hannah Beal. Max Belling. Aiden Byer. Lerner Howe. Michael Kubley. Alyssa Boris. Grayson Boyd. Damian Brazil. Mariah Brim. Mackenzie Broussard. Jay Brown. Phoenix Brown. James Brownell. Emma Busher. Mary Bueller. Jacqueline Bowler. Isaac Burbank. Shauna Burris. William Button. Reeve Carter. Kenny Chen. Ryan Chrisman. Robert Clark. Emma Clausen. Zach Calipano. Hayden Colvin. Malachi Canella. Jasmine Contreras. Ben Courtney. Jaron Kress. Trevor Cross. Peyton Curtis. Alex Davis. Cameron Davis. Melina Davis. Citlali De La Rosa. Pandora Demetrius. Angelina Diaz. Sydney Dysick. Wyatt Dukes. Cole Dunaway. Briar Eames. Jackson Eastland. Selena Edgel. Peyton Fast. Alex Fawcett. James Manel. Trinity Fisher. Caden Foggin. Cody Forsberg. Joe Foster. Noah Frederick. Tommy Freeman. Kevin Frink. Camden Frizzell. Donovan Garrison. Bailey Golden. Colin Graves. Marla Callender. Katie Greenberg. Hannah Gwen.
We'll get it to you.
Kira Halcomb.
Still looking. Do we have Holler over there?
Taylor Holler.
We'll get it to you.
Nala Hamilton.
Is there any of those in there?
Sorry about this.
How about you go?
Okay.
Jack Hannon.
Lakaya Hansen.
Lakaya Hansen.
Delaney Headley.
Delaney Headley.
Norma Hernandez.
Norma Hernandez Barbosa. Haria Hefner. Brandon Hicks. Daphne Hoffman. Patrick Holden. John Holton. Sydney Eby. Haley Myatt. Levi Johnson. Jack Johnston. Brandon Jones. Jacob Jones. Annalisa Cussett. Bailey Kelly. Gabrielle Keniston. Madeline Kennedy. Katie Kessel. Eric Kessler. Calista Kainer. Orion Knudsen. Lindsay Crumroy. Esperanza Landeros Gonzalez. Zach Larson. Adrian Lee. Taylor Logan. Andrew Luca Jarvis. PJ Lucas. Zachary Ludwig. Mason Lusby. Preston Mack. Connor Merritt. Jackie Kenneth Martinez. Kyle Matson. Morgan McCarty. Jacob McDonald. Blake McEwen. Braxton McFarland. Kelsey McIntosh. Mackenzie McIntyre. Bryce Miller. Carly Miller. Tiana Moniz. Hannah Morales. Bo Moscow. Harley Mounts. Matthew Myers. Hannah Nally. Regan Wynn. Alexis Wynn. Adam Nicholson. Samuel Nowak. Kylie Pagel. Olivia Palmer. Janessa Parnell. Isabel Patton. Parker Peterson. Ayla Quitteves. Ashley Reagan. Caden Raymond. Caitlin Rich. Winter Richards. Drake Robertson. Rebecca Wojcik. Thomas Rocha. Michaela Sayers. Amanda Schaefer. Jonathan Schrock. Devin Shaw. Thomas Sheldon. Nikaya Schellenberger. Madison Shuck. Kaylin Simmons. Leanne Sleeper. Amrielle Slocum. Jaden Sly. Taylor Snowa. Rochelle Sunday. Wyatt Sunday. Dylan Spence. Timothy Stenger. Stephen Stowell II. Gavin Teal. DJ Thing. Kayla Coleman. Jonah Thornton. Jaden Tice. Maria Torres Valdez. Pearl Trent. Caitlin Tucker. Samantha Rutia. Andy Van. Braden Wallace. Adriana Watson. Carter Weisensee. Emily West. Tristan White. Kirsten Williams. Tristan Wilson. Haley Yoder.